So part of it is, I think, just task management and task awareness. So if you're
Hmm.
familiar with the Eisenhower Matrix, popularized by
Hmm.
Stephen Covey, the urgent and important, but looking at every task through that lens and asking yourself, for me as the school leader, what do each of these tasks represent? And if you're not sure, I recommend you walk around with an activity log. I think a piece of paper and a clipboard is just
Yeah.
fine for a couple of weeks and literally write down every single activity that you do. And on the back end of it, maybe twice a day, end of the morning, end of the afternoon, while you're still thinking about it and still somewhat fresh, give an assessment to each of those tasks and ask yourself, how important was this? How valuable was this?
Mm.
Is this the kind of thing I should be doing more of or perhaps less of? And you start to go through the process. Now, if you are not really good with time management, oftentimes you run into the issue of that are not urgent becoming urgent. And
Hmm. Hmm.
oftentimes what happens is urgency creates a conflated sense of importance, which means that because it's urgent, we somehow think that it's important. But
Right.
we have to be willing to say, not everything is the same. If I block my calendar, if I devote time every day to the things that matter the most, and if you're a school leader, one of those critical pieces, as you know, is getting into classrooms, being visible, supporting teachers, engaging in instructional oversight and feedback, very important. Whether you do that or you delegate it to some of your other people, it must be done. And that is one of the most important things, if not the most important thing that any school leader can do. So when you ask yourself, what are the things that I'm doing that are critical? What are the things that must be done during the school day? What are some things that could be done after the school day? What are some things that I could
Hmm.
be delegating? So with the
Hmm.
Eisenhower Matrix, it's do, defer, delegate, delete. Do means I got to do it right now because it's urgent and important. The fire
Yeah.
department is here. I got to deal with it. We have a fire drill. We got to stop everything, right? Defer, which I don't like the term, but it does start with the letter D, so I know why they used it, is the important but not urgent items where we really should be spending more of our time. Where are we going institutionally? What is our vision? Who do we want to be bringing in as staff members or as board members or as students? How do we want to improve academics? All the planning, visioning, big picture thinking, that's where quadrant 2 is really special, and that's where we want to spend time. Quadrant 3 is what you want to delegate. Find a crackerjack secretary or team of secretaries. All those things you can be giving those individuals to schedule your meetings, respond to many of your messages and calls, deal with a lot of the technical elements that don't really need your attention. And then delete are the things you shouldn't be dealing with at all. And we
Yeah.
all have some of those.
Absolutely do. And probably, yeah, way more than we realize, right? Um, I have a little pop up that comes up every 90 days to remind me what are three things that are like basically sucking my energy, and I could just get rid of. And what would be three energy producing things that I might be able to add, to what I'm about. And so that's a helpful reminder because it's like ruthlessly always trying to eliminate stuff that's just like it's the value's not there, but for some reason we hold on to it, the way we've been doing things.